So today is the first class of the LWC. Now before starting the class, what are we going to learn in entire LWC? And this time we are going to start LWC from the scratch. That means I will be explaining the HTML, how to use the HTML, and what are the styles, CSS styles, right? What are the CSS styles and how can I apply the HTML? CSS styles is nothing but CSS, right? Style sheet, how can I apply it? And what are the scripts? What are the scripts that we are writing it? And we are going to learn about the JavaScript. Only the important, I'm not going to go in depth of the JavaScript, like in the JavaScript, how to use a single variable, how to declare a single variable, how to fetch a single variable. And then I'm going to talk about the array. We have a array and also we have an object. Now how to play with the array and object, and also I'm going to talk about the few libraries in the JavaScript which we are going to use it. Libraries which we are going to talk about. So not in depth, but overall I'll be covering the JavaScript. Whatever the important for the LWC, definitely I'll cover those things. Now once this is done, then we are going to talk about little bit about the XML. So how the XML and what is this XML, where we use a XML in Salesforce, and just introduction about the XML, what are the keys that we are going to use it in the XML. I'm going to talk about the XML, then slowly we will start it, how LWC came into the market. How LWC came into the market and what is the reason that LWC Salesforce has introduced a LWC. And also I'm going to talk about the web stacks. Before talking about the LWC, we need to understand there are few web stacks are available. So we will talk about the web stack. So these web stacks are the standard web stacks. So which is nothing but EA7, ES6. So these are the different web stacks are available. Like a web stacks is nothing but you can search here ECMA script. There are different type of ECMA scripts are there, which are 2015, 2016, 17. So many are there. And there is something called as a technical committee, TC39, and how Salesforce is using these web stacks in LWC and how the LWC came into the picture. And also we will talk about the browser, how the browser is working. How the browser is working. We are going to talk about a little bit about the browser flow. Then we will talk about the LWC, how to create a basic LWC. How to create a basic LWC. Who is ... Can you please change your name? I think 3 dots you are given. Change the name of 3 dots, whatsoever. So how to create a LWC? We will talk about the basic LWC, how to create it, and what are the different bundles that are available in the LWC bundle, and what is each bundle, how do we use it. And then we are going to talk about each file, like in LWC bundle, we have the template. So we are going to talk about the template and JavaScript. In bundle, we have it, JavaScript. If anybody is taking it notes, please take the notes. These are the topics which we are going to cover. And here we are going to talk about the meta file. So meta file is nothing but the whatever we have learned here, XML, that is what meta file. And so when we say template, here is nothing but this is the .html. Whatever we have learned here, .html, everything can be applied into this. And JavaScript is nothing but it is a .js file. So whatever we have learned in JavaScript, so that can be applied in the JavaScript. And whatever basic things which I have learned it, we can apply into the LWC. Then we are going to talk about the UI components. So we have it, what is UI components and what is service components. And then we are going to talk about the little bit about the CSS file. By default, CSS file is not available. So we have to create a CSS file in LWC. So we are going to talk about the CSS file. And very important, we will talk about the naming rule. What is the names that I need to provide it when I'm creating the LWC? What are the naming rules that we should be following it? And we'll talk about what are the best practices, like we have a JavaScript best practices. We need to apply the best practices in the LWC as well as whenever we are using the JavaScript, we need to apply the JavaScript also. And what are the different components? So in LWC, we have a different components are there. So we are going to talk about the LWC component. When I say LWC components is nothing but there are a few tags which are available. Tags are like a lightning card, and then like this we have it. Like this we have a lightning button. Whoever is attended my previous Aura classes, they should be able to understand this part. So whoever is not attended, so probably we will discuss about more here. So lightning card, lightning button. So we have a lightning input. So these are the things which we will be discussing. There are so many are there. So LWC components, we will be discussing about it. And then we'll talk about the LWC decorators. LWC decorators, we will be talking about, there are 3 different type of decorators are there. And we will see what are the different decorators. And then we will talk about in the LWC JavaScript. In LWC JavaScript, we are going to talk about, there are 2 things are there. Import and export. In LWC, by default, when you create a JavaScript file, by default, it will give you the code, which is a import code and then export code. So we will talk about what is import code and what is export code. And then we will talk about the data binding. In LWC, how can I bind the data? Right? What are the different ways I can bind the data? So can I bind the data in template? In template, how can I bind the data in template? How can I bind the data in JavaScript? How can I bind the data in the JavaScript? So this we will be talking about data binding. And after that, we will talk about the lifecycle hooks. Lifecycle hooks. Now, there are different type of a lifecycle hooks are there. So we will see complete flow of the lifecycle hooks. That means it's kind of an order of execution. So when we implement a LWC component, what is the first thing which will happen? And what is the second thing which is going to happen? So that structure we will see in the lifecycle hooks. Then we will talk about how can I get the data in LWC. So when I say get the data, there are different ways are there. Getting the data from Apex to LWC. So that means how can I call the server side class? How can I call the server side class? We are going to talk about the Lightning data service. Lightning data service. Now, how we are doing the Lightning data service on the browser as well as on the server side, how we are doing it. And we are going to talk about the in Lightning data service. We have a Lightning record form. If you have attended my Aura classes, you should be knowing it. Lightning record form and Lightning edit form. are going to talk about Lightning record edit form, record view form. Lightning record edit form, then we have a Lightning record view form. Right, so this is about the LDS. So how we are going to use it now. Also, we will see the structure of the calling the server side class, and then we will see the few example. We will see about the wire services. How do I use the wire services? What are the different ways I can implement a wire service? What is the structure of it? How the code gets executed? So we will see the examples. Now, also we will see how to import Salesforce objects directly, or Salesforce objects, or a Salesforce fields, or Salesforce UI, or Salesforce UI, or else Salesforce page layouts, all these things. How can I directly import inside the LWC without talking to the Apex? Also, how can I import the Apex? In case if I'm doing the Apex, how can I import the Apex methods? How can I import the Apex methods? And how to retrieve those information? Then we will see that now Apex method can be called in different ways. So those are the things also we will be discussed. Now, when we are calling the Apex method, right? So here when we call the Apex, now in case if the Apex is expecting the parameter, how can I pass the parameter? If it is a non-parameter method, how can I pass the non-parameter logic? How can I call the Apex? Right? So this, and then whenever the Apex is so Rana will talk about that. So parameter, non-parameter, and in case Apex is returning the list values to the collection. So it is returning the Apex is returning the collection. How can I handle the collection in LWC? How can I handle the collection in LWC? What are the different logic that I need to use it? So this is pretty much about the LWC, the basic things we will be talking about. Then moving on to the next one is where we will be jumping on to the events. Where we have it jumping to the events. So events are like what are the different ways we can do the events, like in Aura, we have a component event, application event, right? So in LWC, events, we cannot do it component level, application level. We have a different type of level. Events are there, which is LMS event. That means Lightning Messaging Services. Messaging service. So events, and then we also have the different type of events, like a pub-sub event. Like we have another one which is called as a pub-sub event, and also LMS event. So these are the main things we will be talking about, the events. And then now once we are done with the events, then how do I call the LWC? Call LWC from Lightning flow. Lightning flows. From the flows, how can I call? That means there are different ways are there. So invoke LWC in flow, in Lightning flow. And second one is invoke Lightning flow in LWC, the other way. So how can I do this? Two ways. So this we will be seeing it, and a few more additional programs we will be doing it finally. So here we will have some kind of a assignment, last project, like a how can if I give a requirement, right? So also few more things which I can talk about the chart.js, right? If you want to implement a charts using the LWC, how can I do it? This is just an example I can give you. And then after that, we'll have one more final program. I'll just give you the complete program, same like a real time. You just need to implement it. So this is a real time program. So this is entire flow of the LWC. So from the very beginning part of it till everything, till we are able to write the program without any question. So till that point, we will be covering it everything. But what is needed here is when I reach to the events, or when I reach to this place, don't forget all these things. If you forget all these things, you will not be able to do the program. So that means everyday practice is important. So whatever we are doing it, like if I do the HTML today, so you need to practice it. And if I have done the LWC here, now still you have to remember the HTML, XML, everything you have to remember. Right, so you should be practicing the HTML and LWC. These are the topics. So this exercise you should be doing it every day, right? So though we are talking about the naming rules or I'm talking about the LWC component, but you should not lose the focus on from the beginning, whatever we have discussed. So you should be keep on practicing. The practice is very important. So this all about our index, the going forward, what are we are going to talk about. So from the scratch level, we will be talking about everything, what is important in the real time. Now we are going to send a form. So please fill up the form. If you are planning to attend the LWC session going further, please fill it up. And also this Saturday. So this Saturday, so basically right now the market is up, right? And most of the companies are looking for the members who knows the LWC, especially only they are asking about the LWC. So it's very important nowadays. Very few companies are using the Aura. That too, if they are implemented the application in Aura long back, and if they are still maintaining the Aura, then they are using it. So Aura is a very less, nobody is going with the Aura most of the times. And right now, if you look at all the requirements, the only focus they are putting is LWC. LWC, flows, and integration. So this is the exactly they are asking right now in almost every company. And also I can explain the LWC, how can you call it from the UI directly and how can you increase the UI, right? So those also will be talking about. So in LWC, I'm not going to explain the Aura. The Aura part is already completed. But how can you call the LWC in Aura? I can show you one example. The other way you cannot do. So calling the LWC. So Aura can call the LWC, right? But LWC calling Aura is not there, right? We should not be doing it because LWC is a very latest JavaScript which we are using it. Aura is a very low, right? So we should not be doing this. So that top one, I can show you one example how to call the LWC in Aura. But Aura parties I have already completed. Aura, I'm not going to touch it. This classes is only focusing on the LWC. Right, so we have just provided the form. So just fill this form if you are looking for the LWC session. Right, so this is the form. Open this form and fill up this. even if you have attended my previous session, please fill the form because I know that how many members are going to attend the LWC. So if I have a count, so that because the reason is the market is only looking for the LWC. Now, if you have attended my previous session, like you have attended the flows, Aura, you have attended. Now you are attending the LWC. So if I have a count of how many members are attending the LWC, I can have a clarity that in if I wanted to share some resumes or anything which are respect to the companies, then I know that from that count, I can get the people, right? What are the form you are going to fill up? So from that form, I can get the people names who are attending the LWC. I can save those information and in future I can pass those details to the company. So please fill up the form. If you have attended my previous session also, please fill up the forms.
Ma'am, without Apex knowledge also, can we learn LWC? Or
Without Apex is not possible. How if you don't know anything in the Apex, you will be able to understand up to this part. Going further, whatever the main things are there, you will not be able to understand this. Because we are going to call the Apex. If you don't know single thing in the Apex, now there is a batch which is running in the morning. So that batch is already, we have reached the batch Apex class. So if you have already known till the batch, how to implement a batch class, how to implement a normal class, that should be enough. Right? So, but if you even don't know anything in the Apex, no, I don't suggest you to go through the LWC. Maybe you can attend the basic sessions, but I would not suggest you to go with the LWC sessions. It is important to know the Apex. So please fill up this form. Everybody should please fill up this form because right now the market is up and they are looking for only LWC. So far, we do not have any candidates who are completed the LWC, right? So they are asking only this part is they are asking it. And this Saturday, we are planning to conduct an interview. Right, so that interview is a overall interview. And timings, our team let you know the interview, what is the timing, everything. But this Saturday, we are planning to conduct the interview. Okay, so please attend on the Saturday if you are available and if you are looking for seriously the job, then please attend the Saturday. The duration, either mostly I will be taking the 1 hour or 1.5 hour. It might go to sometime 2 hours. So not more than that. But usually if I'm Monday to Friday, 1 hour 30 minutes maximum I will take it. If I'm talking about something important which is not yet completed, it might extend it to the 2 hours. And Rana, so the timing is changing, right? This weekend, US time zone is changing.
Yes, it's gonna be, the class will be at 9:30, not 10:30. For
So
Eastern time zone.
Okay, so it will be comfortable for the US time zone, right? Okay.
Yes, yes, it's gonna be much better.
Yeah, that's good. Any other questions on the LWC or if you are looking any topics? How many days? So usually I can complete in 20 days, but this time we are talking about the HTML, JavaScript, XML, these all things. So take it as another way. So assume that 1 month you have to dedicate it for the LWC. Yes, without Aura, you can understand the LWC. For understanding the LWC, you need this thing, HTML, JavaScript, XML. Now, why everybody is thinking that we should learn Aura and LWC? Because Salesforce has released the Aura first. So when they have released the Aura, so everybody learned the Aura. So that time nobody knows Aura. After that, after 5 years, they have released the LWC. Then people were started saying that if you know the Aura, you will able to learn the LWC. Because when you are learning the Aura, you need to use the JavaScript. You need to use the HTML. You need to use the CSS. If you know how to use this, then you will be able to easily understand the LWC. But same thing I am explaining it here without any connection with Aura. We are going to talk about HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and then we will talk about all the components, how we are going to use it. So there is no link connection between the Aura and LWC. LWC is a completely different topic. Aura is a completely different topic. Why the people are saying that if you know Aura and LWC? Because in the Aura, we are doing the JavaScript, HTML, CSS, and also we have a few components are there. Right? So how did you learn in Aura? So we have learned it from the scratch. Same thing we will be learning it from the scratch in the LWC. So we have provided in the chat. So the form, fill up the form. Everybody has to fill up the form. And interview session link is provided to the members who filled the form. So whoever is filled the form, for only those people we are going to send the interview session link that is going to conduct on this Saturday. So please fill up the form. And at the end, I can give you the interview questions of the LWC. Right, questions and answers. So I have prepared it, LWC session question and answers, so that I can share with you guys once it is completed, the LWC session. So this LWC session is timings are morning 8 to 8 a.m. IST to maximum it will go to the 9:30, but I'll not extend more than that. So 9:30 a.m. IST, because I also have a work, I need to go to office. So 8 a.m. IST to 9:30 a.m. IST. So this is the morning hours.
Hello, ma'am. I have a question.
Yeah.
Actually, with this, whatever you are teaching, with this knowledge, can we crack this JavaScript certification within the Salesforce, ma'am?
Okay, Salesforce JavaScript. Now you need to, but in order to do that, you also need to go through the trial bits.
Yes, ma'am. I will go through the trailheads, but before that,
Yes.
with this knowledge, can we crack that one?
Yes.
Okay.
JavaScript certificate. Yes.
Okay.
Any other questions on the LWC?
Actually, what as you said that the market is up, so I have the PD1 certification. Is it necessary to crack the admin also, because I have admin knowledge and as well as Apex knowledge, but LWC I don't have. So with through this one I will learn the LWC. So do I need to focus on certifications also, as you said that market is up and I'm seriously looking for the job actually?
Yeah, so you already have a PD1 certification, right?
Yes,
So
ma'am.
when you have a PD1 certification, admin is, if you do it, that is totally fine, but they are not looking for the companies are not looking for the admin certification. That is for the freshers. Admin
Okay.
if you are joining as a fresher, they are looking for the admin, but mostly they are looking here is PD1 and some cloud certification. Like we have a sales cloud, service cloud, right? So
Yes,
some
ma'am.
cloud certification, you have to do it, that you can do it easily. And if you are planning to do the JavaScript certification, that is going to add your resume, which is going to highlight to the HRs.
Okay. Ma'am, can I visit today to the institute that so that my resume building will be so for the purpose of resume building. So
Yeah,
will be
sure.
there any person will be available over there today, ma'am?
You can contact Madhu before you visit to the institute. Contact Madhu. So there will be one person. Raja might be there, or else if Raja is not there, Madhu will be suggesting you.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Swapna ma'am, I have one question. Like you said, Saturday will be some interview session. So in the interview session, you are going to talk about the complete cracking the interview, like admin part and Apex part, lightning, or you're just going to focus about the LWC?
No, this interview is kind of a real-time interview. So I will be asking the questions. I can pick anyone, no, not continuously, like I can ask anyone here. I'm going to ask a question which is related to the admin development. And also I will give you maybe I can give you some quiz before starting the interview. I'll give you the multiple choice which are related to the admin and development. And also very easy questions I'll be asking in HTML, right? In the HTML, I'll be asking the questions so that you guys will be getting the clarity on that, how the interviews will be there. So this time it is going to be the very basic section, very basic interview section. And I know in my whoever is attending, traveling with me from last 4 months, attending my admin session, development session, they will be able to answer most of the things because I'll be asking very easy questions. And this is just a hint, taste of the interview. So how the interview will be. So the taste of the interview, I'm going to give it to everyone.
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
So initially we will have written test in the Google form. Then madam will be taking mock interview in the group. After that, we are going to filter out the people, those who are performing well, and we are going to refer them for the companies.
So here I'm going to give you the 50 multiple questions that can cover the admin development of HTML.
So that you can test yourself where you are, and we also understand where you are. If any problem is there with interview, so we will guide you how to improve these skills. We have separate team for interview preparation. And then we will give placement assistance. So we have identified almost 130 recruiters, so 130 companies who are actively recruiting Salesforce people now. So we are going to refer for you for them.
And just a hint, whoever is traveling with me for last 4 months, this time multiple question quiz is completely different. It's not same as previously. It is going to be the completely different. It's not a basic questions. It's a basic questions, but you need to think in, you have to think in very wisely to answer it. Okay, so it can be a requirement question, it can be anything. I'll be asking anything in the 50 multiple question. Could be a requirement question, could be a scenario question, could be a basic questions. So it is not same as the previous one. This time it is completely different. Any other questions on the LWC? Questions? Then we can wind up for today. So probably we can start tomorrow the sessions. We will start the beginning of HTML. So is everybody filled the form?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
So if you have not filled the form, you will not be able to receive the recorded session. You will not be able to receive the interview question session, and you will not be able to receive any communication. If you fill the form, then only we are going to send you all the communications through that email ID.
Ma'am, the development class we take in the morning and the IST time in the evening. What time is it? I know
Development,
it's
development is in
gonna
India,
be
7:30 IST.
okay, yeah, because the time will change for this one as well. Okay.
Yeah, and it will be till up to 8:30 p.m. IST.
It's gonna, yeah, okay. Yeah, okay.
So what
Yeah,
will be
it
the
will.
time for you in US?
It's now 10 a.m. It will be 9 a.m. in the morning.
Oh, okay, so your timing gets changed within 9 a.m.
Yeah. Yeah, EST is gonna be 9 a.m.
Okay, 9 a.m. to 10:30.
Yeah.
Ma'am, in the development class, it will be, as you said, that it will be in the evening 7:30 to 8:30. So how far it is completed, ma'am? Actually, I'm interested in integration part.
Integration is not yet started. We will do the integration after completing the LWC.
Okay, ma'am.
Because the morning batch, evening batch, both are attending the LWC. So by the
Okay.
time I complete the LWC, morning batch is also going to complete the appendix. Now everybody can have into the same one, then we can start the integration together.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Any other questions? Batch time 7:30 a.m. IST. That is for the this is for the development. I'm not talking about the LWC. This is for the development. This is a different together.
Sir, can we join development classes on same link? This is my first day, that's why I'm asking.
So fill the form if you are interested in the development also, fill the form. So our team is going to contact you.
Okay, thank you, sir. Yeah.
So have you filled the form, Shubham?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Akbar, have you filled the form?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Arish, have you filled the form?
Yes, ma'am. Actually, my Zoom, why it's named this way, I don't know, but my name is Ali.
Hi, Ali.
Hi, thank you. It's very nice to reconnect again.
Yeah, thank you. Balu, have you filled the form?
Yeah, ma'am. Yes, I do working with.
Balu, have you filled the form? Bhanu Prakash, have you filled the form?
Yes.
Chandana, have you filled the form?
Yes, ma'am, done.
Adrian, have you filled the form? Gagan. Gagan, have you filled the form?
No, ma'am. but I will definitely.
Okay.
Yes,
How
ma'am.
about Hari? Hari, have you filled the form? Harsha? Harsha, have you filled the form? Shankar, have you filled the form?
Yes, ma'am.
Jyoti Reddy. Jyoti, have you filled the form?
Yes, ma'am.
Jyoti Reddy.
Yes, ma'am.
Have you filled the form? Yes, yes, Krish. So development classes are every day. So development classes are already going on. It's Indian time 7:30 p.m. IST to the 8:30 p.m. IST. Arun Raj, have you filled the form?
Yeah, yes, I filled the form, yeah.
Okay, sorry, what's your name?
Nadia Arunraj, yeah.
Okay. Naveen, have you filled the form?
Yeah.
Okay, Neeraj, Naveen D. Naveen D, have you filled the form?
I will fill the form, ma'am.
Neeraj?
Yes, ma'am.
Om. What's your name? Om, have you filled the form? Pallavi, have you filled the form?
Yes, ma'am.
Purnima, have you filled the form?
Yes, it is done.
Pradeep?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Priyanka, have you filled the form?
Yes, ma'am. I filled it.
Okay. Raghavendra?
Yes, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
Who is no? Who said no? Okay. And Ram, have you filled the form?
Yeah, fill, ma'am.
Okay. Ram Krishna? Ramashankar, have you filled the form? Shankar, have you filled the form? Ram Krishna, have Ramashankar. Okay, Ramakrishna filled it. How about Ram Shankar? Ramesh, have you filled the form?
Yes, ma'am.
Rama, have you
Yeah,
filled the
ma'am,
form?
I did. Yes.
Okay. Rangaswamy, have you filled the form?
Done, ma'am.
Rohit, have you filled the form? Sai Krishna, have you filled the form?
Yes, ma'am, I did them.
Okay. Sirisha, have you filled the form?
Yes, ma'am, I did it.
Shravan, have you filled the form?
Yes, ma'am.
Shubham, is already filled it. Shravan offline. Okay. Shri Vamshi, have you filled the form? Srivalli, have you filled the form?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, done.
Okay. Suma, have you filled the form?
Yes, ma'am, done.
Suman, have you done?
Yes, ma'am, submitted.
Okay. Sumanjali, have you completed?
Yeah, ma'am. I finished.
Okay. Sunita offline, have you completed?
Done, ma'am.
Sushma,
Yes, ma'am. Done, ma'am.
okay. Varun, have you completed?
Yes, ma'am, done.
Venkatamani, have you completed?
Yes, ma'am.
Vijay, have you completed? Vijay, have you completed? So I see Gagan, Harsha, Naveen, D, Om, and Vijay. These members either did not complete it or did not respond it. Gagan is completed. Okay, Harsha, I did not get a response.
So whoever fills the form, you will get the interview session links, and we are going to exclusively focus on your interview preparation and placement from now. Like you have completed admin development, you are going to complete LWC, and there are very good requirements right now in India and UK and US less requirements, so that we can see the market in different countries how it is going on. Please be prepared for interviews, and Saturday full day session will be there from morning to evening. So madam is going to take interview session in the morning, your interview preparation, then scenarios, project, everything she is going to take on every Saturday. So be prepared for that and try to get into Salesforce as soon as possible, because when market is good, then only we have to grab that opportunity. Don't waste time this month. So we are going to seriously focus on your job now, interview preparation and job. So madam completely changed the pattern how interview should be going on, and she is working as corporate trainer for other company. And in our teams there are requirement as well. Please be prepared for that. So we want your communication, your interview, and your practice. These three we are going to focus. And offline students, those who are enrolled, please come to institute. Then only we will provide placement assistance to you. If you don't come, we don't. We don't forward your resume, we don't build your resume, and interview session also will not allow for offline students. Those who are enrolled for offline and if they don't come to institute, we don't help. And we will change link as well. Will not give LWC link to you. You have to pay offline, online fees, 10,000 for LWC. Then only we will give link.
Okay, then guys. Tejeshwar, I think you joined right now, right? Tejeshwar, you joined right now. So please fill up the form if you are interested with the LWC. Okay, then guys. And also we are going to talk about the Visual Studio setup in the entire session before starting the LWC. Okay, so that's all for today. So tomorrow we'll meet again same time.
Ma'am,
Yeah.
Without Visual Studio, we cannot do that LWC, no?
We can do it.
Okay.
So there are different tools are available. Those are extension tools, Google extensions, which I'm going to talk about it. So this is one of the extensions. So without the Visual Studio, you can implement your own, which is a Lightning Studio. So we will talk about this, all these extensions, whatever the extensions are there, we will talk about it.
Okay.
Ma'am, will there be any session for the Git deployment and all?
Yes, those are deployments, because Git deployment setup, Git setup, because before doing the deployment, we need to know the setup. How can I set up it with the developer org, which we have the developer org, how to do the GitHub setup, and what are the different options will be there in this, and how can I deploy it. So that is a different session altogether.
Okay, that will be covered in the LWC, right, ma'am?
No, that is a different topic. Deployment is a different topic altogether.
Okay.
Deployment, because we have a GitHub deployment, Visual Studio deployment. So right now in the LWC, that is a different one. So pushing the changes from the Visual Studio to the Salesforce, that is anyway part of it. But if you are talking about the deployment, how can I deploy from one org to another org using the Visual Studio, using the GitHub, and then there are a few others also there, like an Ant migration. So these topics are different. Deployment is altogether different. And Salesforce is also providing the DevOps.
So if I want to learn all these things, so will there be any will it be covered in the development classes, or will it be any classes are going on for this?
After completing the integration, we will do this. So it is
Okay, okay. So within the integration sessions, these will be covered.
Deployment is different topic. Integration is a different topic. LWC is a different topic. Deployment is a different topic altogether.
Yes, ma'am, I understood. So for this deployment, is there any sessions will be conducted?
Yeah,
or
so
not?
there will be a sessions will be there. So our team, keep in touch with our team, so they will let you know.
Okay,
so when is the deployment sessions are starting.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay then guys, thank you. If there are no questions.